In Class 11, the students undertake two major projects. One is an individual project of their own choice, and the other is a community play. This play is normally chosen, rehearsed, produced, and performed by the students, and in the process, it normally takes about 7 to 8 weeks. It teaches the students to come together and work as a collective. This year, of course, it has meant that the students have not been able to produce a conventional play. Because of social distancing and other challenges, the students, under the guidance of Ms. Titus, have put together a radio play, a series of episodes. Having never done this before, there were suddenly new challenges to be faced, and although it turned out to be a much longer process, 11B and Ms. Titus have done it. We thank you for listening to our play, and we would appreciate any donations. Enjoy.
Hey, can I have a Cosmopolitan?
Sure.
Hey, I'm Wesley. This is my first time here. What drinks do you recommend?
Hey Wesley, are you having the usual?
So I guess it's your first time here today then.
You know what? I'll just leave.
Call me James. You know, I've seen you around here a few times. Are you here with friends?
Well, now I'm a little embarrassed. Rough day at work?
What?
You're still in your work clothes. What do you do anyway?
I'm a forensic psychologist.
Sounds fascinating. I have no clue what that is.
I analyze murderers before we've caught them based on evidence they've left behind.
So like a detective?
Not really, but sure.
Well, I like a working man. So what's so bad about work that's got you running here?
It's nothing. I feel better now that I have a pretty face to look at. So, Wesley, do you want to get out of here?
As tempting as that sounds, I'm here with a friend.
Oh well, I guess me and my hot tub will be very lonely.
You didn't mention any hot tub.
And your friend?
She'll be fine. I'll let her know, then we can go out here.
At James's house, later that night.
Why won't this come off? Ugh, never mind. Hi Julian, how are you? What are you doing calling me so late? It's practically morning at this point. Oh, how was Australia? Oh, it's just work. Some musician threw a hissy fit about the way his album cover was edited. Hey, I have some big projects coming up that I'm excited for. I was wondering if you would cameo in one of the music videos. Lovely. Do you want to meet tomorrow? I know this really nice bar we could go to, Eden. Have you heard about it? Okay, it's a date. See you then.
Police are baffled at the continued disappearances of several gay men in Johannesburg. Experts believe that as many as 14 men have disappeared in the last year that are connected to this case. If you have any information, please...
That's wrong. They always get the number wrong. Only 14? You've got to be kidding me. Give me some more credit than that.
A new missing persons report has just come in. We have a person for you two to interview. Why don't you come in?
That's the third one this month. He's getting braver.
We don't know it has anything to do with the others. It could be a runaway for all we know.
As if we would ever be that lucky. It'll be like all the others. Man goes to some bar, leaves with some unknown stranger, and never comes back. Why else would they call us in?
At least they have someone who might know something this time, B. This could be the one.
We're here. Let's go.
I'm Wes's friend. We were at a bar last night.
What bar?
Maxim Lounge.
A gay bar?
Yeah, Wes said that he wanted to go out, and that's the place we normally hang. At 12:30, he left me to go flirt with this guy. He came and found me at, around 1 a.m., told me he was going home with the guy, and asked if I'd be fine getting home. I said it was fine, and that I was going to take an Uber home anyway.
And was Wesley drunk?
Not really. He wouldn't have been allowed to drive, but he could walk straight. It's hard to tell. Wes could drink a lot and still act completely sober.
Did you see the guy he went home with?
No, they left before I could.
Thank you for your time. We'll let you know of any new information regarding Wesley's case.
Okay, so it's definitely connected. I think it's time we get this case evaluated. Any information we can get on this killer is better than what we have now.
I think you're right. I'll talk to the police chief about getting a psych on this case.
The next day,
Hi, I'm the forensic psychologist they brought in.
Good to meet you. Doctor?
Call me James. If we're going to be working together, we might as well get comfortable.
Well then, I'm Bianca, and this is my partner Abe. It's good to have you on the case. We need all the help we can get. Have you got anything for us?
Well, I'd say by the level of confidence he is displaying, there are more victims than we initially thought. He is also likely higher status. Probably has a well-paying job. Since he is picking up his victims at bars, he is likely charming and attractive. He might be closeted to his close friends and family.
How'd you get that?
Usually violence towards a particular group of people suggests some sort of history and hatred, and in this case, when dealing with exclusively gay men, it's not that hard to guess that this might have come from repression and internalized homophobia stemming from childhood.
So we're looking for a sexually repressed, attractive, high-status man? That doesn't narrow it down at all.
Sorry, that wasn't much help.
We were going to go visit some of the bars that the victims were last seen at. Maybe you could come and help us.
I'll drive behind you.
How should we start?
Let's start with the bartender.
Do you know Wesley?
Dark hair? Freckles?
That's the one.
Yeah, I see him here every weekend. Usually with his friend.
Did you see him 2 nights ago leave with a man?
I saw him leave to go to the back with James here, actually. That was the last I saw of him.
James? You know the victim?
I barely talked to him. He approached me around midnight and we talked for a bit. At some point, I found out he was only doing it to make his ex jealous, and I left. Besides, Wesley clearly had a cat because I kept sneezing. It wouldn't have worked out anyway. I'm not gay.
Do you have an alibi for that?
Not being gay.
No. Being home by the time you said you were.
A friend called me around 3 a.m. Check my call records. I was home by then.
We'll have to check out this ex then. Do you know what he looks like?
Similar height and build to me, I guess. Light brown hair, maybe?
Wes clearly has a type then.
Well, if this guy is similar height and build as you, now we know our guy's around 1.8 meters with a slim build and light brown hair.
We found a body, just partly submerged in the pond. We've identified the body. You're not going to like this.
What is it?
It's Rebecca Luzon, or Julian Smith.
What is he talking about?
It's that famous drag queen. He's an icon. The community is going to be devastated.
Besides another person being dead, why is this one so terrible?
This case was mishandled in the beginning. The people that were going missing were labeled as having high-risk lifestyles, purely because of their sexuality. Then the case was given to Abe and me. If anyone finds out about how it was handled, it could cause a riot, and that makes our jobs a whole lot harder.
And this famous person dying means that this case is now in the public eye?
Exactly.
Reportedly, the case was deprioritized in the early stages due to homophobic decision-making. With the recent death of iconic drag queen Rebecca Luzon, LGBTQ+ advocates are outraged, and multiple protests are being staged around the country.
How could they have found out? It hasn't even been 24 hours.
There must have been a leak. Those reporters offer a lot of money for big stories, and someone must have been tempted. Anyway, we can't afford to be distracted.
But who else knew, besides the people working on this case?
I know it wasn't me, and it wasn't you. I know that look. You have an idea.
It was stupid. I think I'm becoming paranoid. I don't know if I'm the best person for this case anymore.
B, what are you saying?
I was looking into what James said about there maybe being more victims than we thought. I think I found one.
What does this have to do with you dropping the case?
My brother is gay. When I was 18 and he was 15, he came out to me. By the time he had told my parents I'd moved from Cape Town to here, they kicked him out of the house. He was 17 and on the run, and it took me 4 months to track him down. He was fine. He's married now and has a kid with his husband. But those were the worst 4 months of my life.
Still feel like I'm missing something here. What's this?
Read it.
18-year-old runaway, Ryan Bolton, found dead. No evidence. Last seen living Joanne's, a popular gay bar, with an older man. Parents threw him out after he came out.
I'm too emotionally invested.
Maybe, but you're the best thing that's ever happened to this case. If it weren't for you, this case would have been at the bottom of the pile underneath every petty crime in Joburg. Your compassion is what makes you good for this case.
The psychologist is here to see you. There's a man at the desk saying he needs to talk to the officers in charge of the Rebecca Luzon case. By the way, I heard a rumor that the police chief is going to demote you if you don't solve this case soon.
Now you have to stay and help me, Bianca. Otherwise we're both screwed.
Hey, heard about the leak. The press is really eating this up.
You look rough. You really didn't need to come in today if you weren't feeling up to it.
Late night, and my cat has worms and really doesn't like taking pills.
Well, that explains the scratches.
We have someone asking to see us apparently, so we should get to that. Would you like to join us?
It was at this moment that James looked through the one-way mirror glass window at the man and turned abruptly.
Oh, I'm actually gonna head home. Abe was right. I don't think I'd be of any use to you anyway.
Get some rest. We'll call you if we need anything.
You have that look on your face again.
It's nothing. You said you needed to talk to us.
Yes. Well, I think I might have met the killer.
You think?
Last night, I was at Sir James. You know, the gay bar.
Yeah, we know. Continue.
Well, I was drunk, and there was this really cute guy that came up to me. We talked, he kept buying me drinks, and then he asked if I wanted to go back to his place.
What makes you think this is the same guy that killed Rebecca Luzon?
We got to his place, and everything was normal, until he put his hands around my throat. I started kicking and scratching, and managed to get away.
Can you identify him?
Maybe. I was really drunk, and it was dark. I do remember he called himself Jay. He was like a normal height, maybe a little taller, and light brown hair.
Well, thank you for coming in. We'll let you know if anything comes up.
I know that this is a high-profile case now, but my family doesn't know I'm gay. Is there any way you can leave me out of it?
We'll do our best.
We should have asked James to stay. He might have been able to shed some light on the matter.
James, that's it.
What?
Earlier when I was looking at the case files, I noticed that the victims all left from one of the 5 different bars. At first, I thought it was a coincidence, but none of these bars were in the same area. But something that man said sounded familiar. Then I realized Joanne, J, Andy's, A, Maximum Lounge, M, Eden, E, and Sir James, S. The first letters of each bar spells out his name.
It's a coincidence.
He said that his cat scratched him, but earlier he mentioned that he's allergic to cats. He was talking to Wesley the night of his death, and the last person the bartender saw Wesley with was James.
You're driving me nuts. I'm still not convinced. James had an alibi. We checked it.
He was at home to take the call. That could mean that he took Wesley home with him, killed him, and then took the call. The person he was calling was Julian, also known as Rebecca Luzon, who ended up dead a day later. He used himself as an example for what the ex looked like, probably so that the description of the man that Wesley left with matched the description that anyone else told us. James even matches the psychological profile that he gave us. He has a high-profile job. He's attractive. He said he's not gay, despite going to gay bars regularly enough for the bartender to know his name. Almost like he's repressed.
The leak.
Exactly.
Earlier when you had that look on your face, that's what made you suspicious of James.
It was too convenient. He knew that it would hurt our case, and suddenly it's all over the news.
And he was so nervous when he heard a man wanted to talk to us. Why would he come in and then as soon as he heard we had someone to interview, rush off? Maybe he was worried that the man was able to identify him. The only way to ensure that he pays for this though is if we get him to confess.
I have an idea. James Sheffield, you are under arrest for the murder of Rebecca Luzon and the disappearance of 14 others.
What are you talking about? I haven't done anything.
Your victim last night would beg to differ. He was able to identify you and remember distinct details that were easily traced back to you. Confess now and we might give you leniency.
You really got me. This was fun. We should do it again sometime.
Let's not. Besides, you'll be rotting in prison for a good long while. Take him.
But the man didn't give us anything. He was barely useful.
James didn't need to know that though.
James Sheffield was given life in prison without the chance of parole. Bianca and Abe were both given promotions. Bianca organized a parade to be held in memory of the victims in collaboration with her brother.
In Class 11, the students undertake two major projects. One is an individual project of their own choice, and the other is a community play. This play is normally chosen, rehearsed, produced, and performed by the students, and in the process, it normally takes about 7 to 8 weeks. It teaches the students to come together and work as a collective. This year, of course, it has meant that the students have not been able to produce a conventional play. Because of social distancing and other challenges, the students, under the guidance of Ms. Titus, have put together a radio play, a series of episodes. Having never done this before, there were suddenly new challenges to be faced, and although it turned out to be a much longer process, 11B and Ms. Titus have done it. We thank you for listening to our play, and we would appreciate any donations. Enjoy.
It is the week before Mother's Day, and Johan is looking forward to buying his wife a much-deserved foot spa. Johan is on his way to the nearest FNB branch in Benoni Bank to withdraw money for the gift.
Here's your slip, sir. Will you please take a seat until you hear someone call your name?
Is this seat taken? Good morning, eh? Seems like everyone forgot it's Mother's Day this week. I don't feel like talking. Must be nervous. Yo, seems everyone is a little tense this morning. This guy is sweating bullets on his side. What brings you here, Bud?
This was supposed to be simple, and now I'm supposed to make small talk with this idiot.
Whoa, sorry man. Didn't mean to bother you. Save my seat, will you? I'm going to go check what's the wait about.
Everybody, get on the ground. No one needs to get hurt here. Just do as we say. Hey, you there. Are you deaf? Get on the ground or I'll shoot you.
No. I'm sorry, man. Just don't shoot. My wife will kill me if I die. I was supposed to get back in time to look after the children.
The vault is this way, according to the plans. I'll stay here with the hostages.
Hi, darling. Yes. I know I'm late. Promise I'll be home as soon as I can. No, it's not traffic. I just wanted to tell you that I'll be late tonight. I know it's Mother's Day. It's just the bank's in the middle of being robbed. Well, could you do it? One of the guys is walking away. I might be shot. Love you. See you soon.
Hey man, what do you think you're doing with your phone?
Chill. I was just calling my wife. Had to let her know I'd be late. You know how it is. Are you crazy, man? You could have killed me.
I wasn't even aiming at you. Next time I will. Do you think this is a game?
No need to get so worked up.
You know what? We were being nice before. Everyone put your cellular devices in the bag. If I see any of you with a phone from this point onwards, I will kill you. No questions asked. Phone and ring in the bag now. For every second you hesitate, someone in here dies.
Fine. Here you go.
Punch in the code correctly. No one here wants the police arriving too soon, do they?
Fine, man. We just want to get out of here alive.
At this point, a well-meaning civilian decides to try and figure out what is happening inside the bank. Instead of calling the police like a normal person, he decides he wants the full story and begins trying to get one of the big baddies' attention.
What is wrong with you? Call the police.
What did I tell you about being quiet, idiot? But there's someone outside.
I'll make him come inside then. He might call the police or something.
Oi, you over there. Come here.
Sorry, man. This is all a misunderstanding. I'll be on my way now.
No, you don't. Come in here or I shoot him.
No need to bring me into this. Why don't you just threaten to shoot him?
Sit down, empty your pockets. No funny business. I am not afraid to take out this obnoxious oak out. Do it.
Hey, I am a lot of things, but I am not obnoxious.
Just get moving. Sit over there with everyone else. You, idiot, stay with me.
Listen, man, I think you should just let us go. Some of us have Mother's Day gifts to buy, but most importantly, you don't know whether that guy has already informed the police about what's happening here. You don't want to get caught, do you?
Keep quiet. Last warning. I've killed better men than you for doing less. And you, come back here.
Hey, what are you doing? We're following orders.
Listen, did you call the police? And don't lie to me.
I didn't. You caught me before I had time to.
You're lying. I should kill you right now.
I swear I didn't call anyone.
Congrats, you just earned official hostage duty. Hey, what's taking you so long back there? We need to move.
We're on schedule. What's happening out there?
Police on the way.
Fill the bag, quick.
Hey, we need to make it out of here, but with the police on their way, we might not make it out in time.
How did this happen? You were supposed to keep everything under control. Why didn't you stick to the plan?
It's a bit difficult when you choose the one bank that has glass windows. You should have thought about that.
Well, if you would have pitched in with the planning, maybe.
Never mind, we don't have time. Just move.
You guys are dead men. There's no way out without getting caught.
Shut up. Come here, MrTokola.com.
Hey. Okay, let's just think about this for a sec.
You're coming with us. No talking. Get up.
Our villains make their way out of the bank with unlucky Johan as their hostage and bargaining chip against the police.
Put your guns down or I'll shoot him.
If we want this to go smoothly, you will let us go and nobody will get hurt.
We do not negotiate with criminals.
Ah!
Robbie, are you okay?
Distracted by the fact that his partner just got shot, our unfortunate criminal runs to attend his friend. Johan finally thinks rationally and runs to safety as the police close in on the two robbers and arrest them immediately. Johan is not safe yet though.
Don't you know that it is Mother's Day? You show up late without your phone or wedding ring, and worst of all, no gift. The audacity. And you made me call the police.
I love you, and I'll have your present by tomorrow. I just need to go to the bank again to withdraw the money.
In Class 11, the students undertake two major projects. One is an individual project of their own choice, and the other is a community play. This play is normally chosen, rehearsed, produced, and performed by the students, and in the process, it normally takes about 7 to 8 weeks. It teaches the students to come together and work as a collective. This year, of course, it has meant that the students have not been able to produce a conventional play. Because of social distancing and other challenges, the students, under the guidance of Ms. Titus, have put together a radio play, a series of episodes. Having never done this before, there were suddenly new challenges to be faced, and although it turned out to be a much longer process, 11B and Ms. Titus have done it. We thank you for listening to our play, and we would appreciate any donations. Enjoy.
Hey, how's it, Marty?
Hey, Marty.
Hey, how are my two favorite detectives doing?
Quite busy at the moment.
We have a big case going on right now.
What can I get you to?
The usual pastries, with 2 cups of coffee and a loaf of bread to take home, like always.
So what do you have?
Looks like we've got a serial killer on our hands. We have 2 cases that seem to be linked. Both victims were found with plastic bags over their heads. There were white carnations left at both crime scenes.
Was there any link between the victims themselves?
Yes, both of the victims were brunette and were around 5'5". There's a 3-month gap between their murders.
Enjoy your coffee. I've got bread waiting at the counter for you.
Cheers, Marty.
Maybe we should look into coronations.
Yeah, I'll have that info sent to you by tonight.
Oh crap, that was really loud. The door handle's right there. I think I can grab it. Ouch! That glass is sharp. I don't think I got blood anywhere, luckily. I have to be quick. That was too loud. There it is. On the dressing table. Wow, I really hit the jackpot. I could get a lot more. I've spent too long here already.
I am Detective Porter, and this is my partner, Detective Fisher.
We got a call shortly after midnight from the neighbors saying that they heard a crash. We found a broken window out back, which indicates how the burglar broke in.
Anything else that we need to know?
A woman, the owner of the house, was found in the bathroom with a plastic bag over her head and white coronations in her hand. We believe that the victim's name is Jessica Pierce. An empty jewelry box was found on her dresser as well, and there may be more items missing that we haven't figured out yet.
Let's go check out the back window. Look here, there's a bit of blood on the window.
That could be our killer's blood.
Get someone to take a sample of this blood. Me and Detective Fisher are going to check out this body. So that's our body.
We are definitely dealing with the same person here. All of our victims were found in the bathroom and they all fit the same description.
There are also white carnations in their hands.
Have the blood sent through to forensics.
Something smells good, Marty.
Thanks. I've just taken some bagels out of the oven.
Oh, those sound good. We'll take 2 to go, please. How are you doing, Marty?
Never been better. Thanks. How's that case coming along? Serial killer, right?
It's going okay. Could be better. How did you know it was a serial killer? Don't think that information was out to the public yet.
I'm pretty sure you've mentioned it to me before.
What have you got for us?
We found a match. She goes by the name of Liliana Jacobs. We got some information on her. Here.
Thank goodness for forensics.
Thanks. Great. Let's go.
Hello, officer. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Liliana Jacobs, you are under arrest for the murder of Jessica Pierce. Anything you say can and will be held against you.
We'll be conducting a thorough search of your house before we take you to the station for questioning.
I think I found the missing jewelry. What are you talking about? That's my necklace.
Yeah. We'll hear all about it.
So, Liliana, where were you around midnight on the 17th of May?
I was at home sleeping.
Then are you able to explain why we found your blood at the crime scene?
I want to speak to a lawyer.
We thought you'd say that, so we have one here.
Hey, Gabby.
Liliana Jacobs, I presume. I will be your representation. Are you fine with this? I guess. Could you update me on your side of the situation? My client is denying all allegations of murder. This is proof that she was at the crime scene, but you have no proof that she killed the person.
Then could you explain what she was doing at the house at the same time the victim was killed?
I was only there for the jewelry, nothing else. I didn't see anyone when I was there, not even that woman. I swear, you have to believe me.
What is your deal with the white carnations?
What? I don't even know what those are. You don't have to answer any of the questions.
Do you think she's telling the truth?
I'm not sure. We have to show it somehow.
Detectives, we found something.
Can you give us a moment?
We found DNA under the woman's fingernails.
Does it match with the blood we found at the crime scene?
No, we're still trying to find a match for the skin.
Well, keep us updated.
Am I free to go?
Not quite yet. You have been proven innocent for the murder, but you did confess to stealing the jewelry, so you will be put in a holding cell until your court date.
Hi, Martin.
Your usual?
No, we just came to talk.
Yeah, just a few questions to ask.
Sure. What can I help you with?
Have you seen anything strange in the neighborhood over the past few days?
No, not that I can think of. Why? What's happened?
Well, there was a murder that happened a few blocks down.
Oh no, that's terrible. Oh, that's the bread.
No, you have to come with us.
You can either go the easy way or we'll have to make a scene in the bakery.
We have a few pictures that we want you to take a look at.
Do you recognize any of these women?
No, I've never seen any of those women in my life.
Are you sure about that? How do you explain your DNA under the nails of one of the victims? I've got to take this.
Now that she's left, talk to me man to man. Why would you do this, Martin, after all these years of us supporting your bakery?
You'd never understand. Just had to be done.
Murdering does not have to be done.
Good news! I just got a call from our team who searched the bakery. They found all your pictures you shoved under one of the floorboards. You kept these pictures of these women as some sort of token.
So you'll have to start talking now.
Why did you do all of this? What was your reason behind all of this?
I had to put them out of their misery. Just like my dad did with my mom.
So you did this because of your dad?
No, just because these women were just like my mom. I couldn't save my mom from the misery of this life, but I could save these women.
Then why exactly did you put white coronations at every scene?
Carnations symbolize motherhood. White symbolizes death. I watched my mom hurt at the hands of my father for all these years. When I grew up, I vowed that I would never let any more of these women go through the pain that my mother did.
You are a psychopath and will stay in jail for the rest of your life.
I'm quite disappointed because now, where are we going to go for that delicious fresh bread?
We'll never find a place as good as that. Let's go back to the station and deal with that petty crime.
In Class 11, the students undertake two major projects. One is an individual project of their own choice, and the other is a community play. This play is normally chosen, rehearsed, produced, and performed by the students, and in the process, it normally takes about 7 to 8 weeks. It teaches the students to come together and work as a collective. This year, of course, it has meant that the students have not been able to produce a conventional play. Because of social distancing and other challenges, the students, under the guidance of Ms. Titus, have put together a radio play, a series of episodes. Having never done this before, there were suddenly new challenges to be faced, and although it turned out to be a much longer process, 11B and Ms. Titus have done it. We thank you for listening to our play, and we would appreciate any donations. Enjoy.
Lovely evening out, isn't it? Christmas really brings the spirit of family in the air.
What's lovely about it? We both just lost our jobs, our kids need their school fees paid, and they want Christmas presents. I'm not seeing the beauty in all this.
That's because you're focusing on the wrong things. Besides, I got a temp job as a cleaner at a retirement village. That might be able to help us out for a while.
At a retirement village, we won't even make enough to pay rent, let alone get our kids presents. We need to find something else.
I was looking through Careers 24 and this is all I could find. After the pandemic, not many companies are hiring. Everyone's scaling down.
I guess it's better than nothing.
Come inside. Just push the door hard.
Hi, I'm Dane. I'm the new cleaner here.
Oh, hi. Ach, nee man, you're new here. Come have a quick cup of tea with us first. Pete! Pete! We have company. Come quickly.
Yeah, I'll come now.
Oh, that's not necessary. I'll be very quick and then I'll move on to the next house.
Nyanya, you're going to be working here. We need to get to know you. Now sit down and keep an old couple company for a little bit.
Alright, just a quick cup.
Okay, let me make you walk through the garden. I'll show you my rose garden. I'm very proud of how it's turned out.
I thought we were just gonna... You know what? Okay. I guess we're gonna take a walk now.
You see the painting over there? That's a one-of-a-kind painting from a chap called Banksy.
that my daughter bought for me. She's a fancy doctor in the UK, so she brings me lots of expensive things.
It's a really beautiful piece.
And you? Do you have any children?
Yes, 2 actually, daughters. One's 5 and the other 7 and just started school.
Marie, why were you screaming like that?
Pete, this is Dane. He's the new cleaner here at the village. Did you put the kettle on your way out?
You didn't ask.
Why do I have to do everything by myself?
It's Dane. Nice to meet you.
Dale, you say? Such a strange name. Where's
No.
it from?
No. Dane. You know, like the dog. Great Dane?
So, your parents named you after dogs. Your parents must be those eccentric types, eh?
Yeah, I suppose you can say that.
Marie and I were quite the hippies back in our day. We almost named our eldest star child before Marie's ma talked us out of it. I still call her that though.
Okay, so I think I need to get back to work. I have quite a number of houses to get to.
You married? My youngest needs to make us some grandchildren.
Yes, happily with 2 children. I just checked the time and my boss won't be happy if I take any longer. I'll come back another day for a cup of tea. I'll just leave this way.
Where's he going? Did you scare the man away again?
Yeah, man. He's got things to do. Says he'll be back tomorrow.
How was your day?
It was fine. As good as any job right now. What did you get up to today?
I spent hours on my Pinterest, window shopping ideas, and creating boards for the house that we're saving up for. I saw this one apartment that had this incredible street mural on the living room wall by this artist called Banksy. I mean, when you're rich, you really can have anything you want.
Banksy? Why do I keep hearing that name today? This old couple I met had one of those art pieces in their living room as well.
Are you sure you heard this right? Maybe it was just a print, or you misheard the name. This is an artist in the UK, not just any regular off-the-streets of Benoni artist.
Yes, this lady said her daughter's a big shot doctor in the UK, so she got them this one-of-a-kind art piece. I mean, I don't know much about art, so I didn't ask any questions, though.
You were in a room with an original Banksy, and you just brushed it off.
What was I meant to do? Scream like I'm meeting Ryan Reynolds? Come on!
Useless. So, that means this couple's pretty rich then?
Must be.
That means they must have other valuables. Did you notice any things like ornaments or jewelry?
Yeah, they've got a lot of ornaments, and this one cabinet dedicated to fine china alone. Weird. Anyway, what's for dinner?
So there's more stuff then?
Jake, people don't just live with a painting. Of course there's more stuff.
I meant valuable stuff that could be sold for a good penny.
I mean, probably, but I don't think they're selling.
But we could be.
We don't have anything people would want, though.
We could be selling their stuff.
I don't get it.
If we get hold of their valuables, we could make good money. You work there, so you could work out the best ways to get in and out without any trouble.
Wait, are you suggesting we rob them?
That's a strong word. I would suggest redistribution of wealth. We would be taking care of their asses for them, only without them knowing.
Jake!
Come on, we need this. We really need this. We've been worrying about how we would pay for the girls to go back to school and pay off our debt. This is it. This is what we have to do.
That's my job, Jake. I don't want to mess this up.
This is what we have to do. This is for the survival of your family. We're not going to hurt them.
If we promise not to hurt them, then I suppose.
Yes, as I said, nobody will get hurt. Now let's get moving.
Hello, Pete.
Hello, Officer Tubble. I'm not in trouble, am I?
Oh no, Pete. You know, I haven't seen you in such a long time. I thought I would just come by.
Yes. It's rather cold outside. Come in.
Tabo, you finally remembered where we live. Come and give Tani Maria a hug.
How could I forget? You basically raised me.
Come, let me give you something hot to drink. Just yesterday, I baked some fresh cook sisters. Come and have some.
How's the job been, Tubble?
Job's been going well as it could be, I suppose. Being a police officer in this country has its drawbacks, but all is good. I'm just dropping by. I need to get going just now.
Here you go. A warm cook sister with a fresh cup of coffee.
You know winter's coming, and I saw something new in the shops. And I know you'll need them.
Oh, Tabo, you're always looking out for us.
Open this box. I spoke to Julie. She's doing great in the UK. She sent these for you guys for the winter.
This is a beautiful winter kilt.
But what's with these cables coming out of it?
There are cables coming out of this?
What type of blanket did you get us? Something new on the market every day.
This is called an electric blanket.
Electricity is coming through here?
This will heat up the bed and make it nice and toasty for when you get in.
Oh, what strange things people come up with nowadays.
Now, I really must get going. It was lovely to see you both. Danny Marie, Pete, I'll come round in a few days.
Oh, Tabo, it was so lovely to see my boy again. And maybe next time it will be with a girl.
Hopefully, I will come back sooner next time.
Every time he's here, you bring up that nonsense.
Oh, come now. Pete, it has to come eventually.
Alright, so let me repeat this again. During your shift, you have to steal the back door keys. We will wait until the ground and support staff have left before we go in. Then we'll wait until 10:30. Old people sleep much earlier than that.
I don't know, this doesn't feel right.
Think about our kids. We have to do this. These people seem to have a lot more than us. We'd be doing them a favor. Call it decluttering.
Okay, Pete. I think I'm gonna turn in for the night. Don't stay up late with your game show. Try to remember where you put the back door key. You've been so forgetful lately. Otherwise, we'll have to get a locksmith to break open the lock to get outside.
I'll be there in a second, Marie. How have we been coping in winter without this machine blanket?
It's truly fascinating what scientists do, eh?
Let me join you. Maybe you can read that nice book to me tonight.
I'll read it to you.
Okay, the coast is clear. They seem to have moved to the bedroom to sleep.
I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, toughen up, man. There's no turning back now. Where's your mask?
I've got it here.
This will be quick. Before you know it, we're out and rich. Remember the rich part.
Let's get it over with.
Pete!
What, Marie? It's too early to be shouting.
Did you move our stuff yesterday?
What stuff?
The painting that Julie got us and our ornaments. They're gone. Call Tabo.
I'm sure it's nothing, man. Marie! We've been robbed!
Yes, Pete, that's what I've been saying.
Call Tabo.
I just told you. Never mind. Let me do it.
Morning, Wumpit. I'm here to clean up for the day.
No, my boy. No cleaning today. We've been robbed.
Robbed? Are you sure?
What are you asking me, Boyki? Do you think I'm old and senile? I can see for myself.
I didn't mean to offend.
What's wrong with you, boy? You look pale, like you've just seen a ghost.
No, it's just that crime makes me nervous. I mean, who would do this? Who would want to steal your painting?
Painting? What painting, boy?
I mean, if they took the painting.
They did? Where is Tabo?
Pete, Marie, I came as soon as I could. What happened?
We were robbed. They took all the stuff that Julie got us.
I will have everyone searching for the unusual goods being sold. We will find the culprits. It must be the people from the other side of the tracks. I know they've been eyeing this retirement village for a long time. It's why I've been visiting more often, to make sure you guys are, okay.
Please just find whoever did this. Those items are priceless.
Wait, you knew?
Knew what?
That many of the pieces Yuli got you weren't originals. She didn't want you guys to know that she's struggling in the UK at the moment. So, she would find marked knockoffs.
Julie is struggling?
She must come home. We can take care of her here.
She knew you'd feel that way. You know your daughter. She wants to figure things out for herself.
Knockoffs?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
He's Dave, the new cleaner here at the village.
Yes, I'm the new cleaner. Dane.
Leave the cleaning for another time, Dale. You don't have to concern yourself with all of this drama. Come by again in a few days.
Alright, I hope you find whoever did this. It's a pity they got away with things that weren't worth anything.